Welcome back to the deep dive. This is where we grab a whole stack of research articles, notes, and really try to boil it all down, distilling it into the most useful, interesting nuggets of knowledge for you.
Hmm.
Today, we're diving deep into something that, well, on the surface, might seem pretty straightforward, rugs.
Right. Rugs.
But honestly, this isn't just any rug chat. We're talking about the really fascinating world of Persian rugs from a place called Abadeh. And I have to say, it surprised me just how much depth there is here. It's this incredible mix of, ancient weaving traditions and this almost modern elegance.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack this. Get ready to discover this rich tapestry of history, skill, and artistry woven into, well, every single thread.
Absolutely. And our mission today really is to guide you through all the sources we've gathered up. We want to pull out the most important stuff, the really key insights, sometimes quite surprising ones about these Abadeh rugs. Think of this as like your shortcut, your personal fast track to being really well informed, not just about what they are, but, why they get so much respect, so much admiration in the textile world.
Right.
We'll connect the dots for you. Their intriguing history, that unique blend of designs they have, the meticulous craftsmanship behind them, and ultimately why they're held in such high regard.
And yeah, to help us navigate this, we've got a pretty carefully chosen selection of articles and some detailed research. It's not just dry facts and figures.
No.
These are pieces that really reveal the nuances, the kind of hidden stories behind Abadeh rugs. We've set this deep dive up specifically for you, our listener, hoping you can gain a quick but really thorough understanding of these pretty remarkable creations. Hopefully it lets you appreciate them on a totally new level.
Okay, so to really get a handle on the unique story of Abadeh rugs, we kind of have to start with the basics, where they come from, the geography, the history.
Absolutely fundamental, because understanding where these rugs are made is, well, it's crucial.
Yeah.
That location fundamentally shaped their distinct weaving tradition. And the thing that immediately jumped out at me from the research, something genuinely interesting, is Abadeh's precise location.
Ah, yeah.
Abadeh is a city in the Fars province of Iran. Now, this is the region just steeped in thousands of years of Persian history and culture.
Right.
But what's really significant about Abadeh specifically is it's almost perfectly positioned halfway between two huge, historically massive cities, Isfahan and Shiraz.
It's quite strategic, isn't it?
Totally. Imagine standing at this crossroads. On one side, you've got Isfahan, UNESCO World Heritage Site, famous for grand art, stunning Islamic architecture, sophisticated city workshops, making some of the most intricate, refined Persian carpets ever. Really speaks of like cultivated beauty, imperial grandeur.
Mm-hmm. The height of urban craft.
Exactly. Then, on the other side, you've got Shiraz, famous for its gardens, its poetry. Hafiz and Saadi live there. And it has a more, maybe relaxed, bohemian vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It's also geographically closer to the heartland of many nomadic tribal groups.
Right, the tribal influence is nearer there.
So Abadeh isn't off on its own. It's a nexus point, a cultural crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
Diverse artistic currents, social influences, they could just naturally meet there. It's almost like a central marketplace for ideas and aesthetics.
That makes sense.
And the region itself, it's visually stunning. You've got the Zagros Mountains nearby, providing this kind of idyllic, inspiring backdrop.
Beautiful area.
And then there's the climate. It's semi-arid. So hot, dry summers, but surprisingly cool, crisp winters. Now, at first glance, you might not think, oh, perfect for farming, but it's actually a key ingredient, almost a secret sauce, you could say, for the quality of these rugs.
Indeed. And this is where we get a bit deeper. It's more than just saying, oh, sheep like this climate. The specific environmental conditions, those hot, dry days, then the cool nights, it seems they subtly stress the sheep, but in a good way. It encourages the growth of a finer, more resilient wool fiber.
Okay, so it's not bad stress.
No, not detrimental. It's more like a natural toughening process. It apparently affects the lanolin content, the structure of the wool's cuticle, resulting in fiber that has exceptional strength, a distinct luster, and what weavers call memory, or springiness.
Memory in wool.
Yeah, memory. It means the wool pile resists crushing. It bounces back. And that contributes directly to the rug's, legendary durability. So right from the get-go, we see this foundational link, almost symbiotic, between this unique environment and the exceptional product.
Wow.
It's a perfect example, really, of how geography shapes culture and craft. It sort of bakes the quality right into the rug's DNA. Synthetics just can't replicate that.
That's fascinating. Okay, and now for something that might genuinely surprise you,
Hmm.
especially when you think about Persian rug weaving having these century, even millennia-old traditions.
Mm.
While, yes, the broader weaving tradition in the Abadeh area goes back to the 19th century, Abadeh rugs as a specific style with their own recognized identity. That actually emerged relatively recently, early 20th century.
Yeah, it's quite young in the grand scheme of things.
Some sources even describe the craft in this specific area as dating back only a few decades compared to the huge ancient history elsewhere in Iran.
Hmm.
It's remarkably young, relatively speaking, in a land full of ancient crafts.
And what's striking is this recency. It's not obvious at all when you look at the quality, the appearance of the carpets.
Really?
Quite the opposite, actually. And this is significant because it points to incredibly rapid skill acquisition, impressive adaptability among the weavers. They didn't just sort of dabble. They quickly mastered the complex techniques, the aesthetic principles needed to produce rugs with immediate aesthetic merit, high technical sophistication.
So they learn fast.
Very fast. It's almost like they compressed centuries of development into just decades, achieving a level of craftsmanship that really belies their short history as a distinct style. This immediate high quality suggests, well, maybe they quickly adopted established techniques from elsewhere, or perhaps there was this collective genius in the community allowing for accelerated mastery, like a mini renaissance of craft.
Hmm.
They weren't necessarily reinventing the wheel, but they were perfecting its application with amazing speed and artistry.
And originally, these rugs had pretty humble beginnings, right? Very practical, personal.
Exactly. They weren't initially destined for, grand palaces or the international market, mostly woven by women for personal use, everyday stuff within their own households.
Like for warmth and comfort.
Yeah, foundational pieces for the home, built for daily life. And a really common, culturally significant thing was making them as part of a woman's dowry.
Ah, right, the dowry.
Yeah, and this wasn't just about having possessions. It was a real demonstration of skill, dedication, hard work, providing valuable, durable assets that would serve her new household for generations. It was only later, when people started recognizing their inherent durability and, frankly, their striking beauty, that they gained broader popularity beyond the local community, moving from purely utilitarian to something more esteemed.
Okay, so we've seen how Abadeh's location acted like a magnet for different influences.
Right.
But what's truly remarkable, almost their signature move, is how these weavers took all those different threads of inspiration and wove them into something totally new, something cohesive. Let's dig into this idea of their syncretic design.
Syncretic, yeah, it's a good word for it.
It's not just copying. It's like a master chef taking distinct culinary traditions and fusing them into something entirely new and uniquely delicious. Abadeh weavers didn't just borrow elements. They synthesized them. A true fusion. Think about it. They skillfully copied designs from carpets from other parts of Iran. And most notably, they combined elements from both Ghachgai and Isfahan traditions. That blend is where their distinct character really comes alive.
The tribal and the urban.
Exactly. The tribal influences are particularly strong and really interesting. Abadeh rugs draw heavily from the robust, often geometric styles of nomadic groups, like the Ghachgai and the Afshar tribes.
You can see that boldness.
Definitely. And the Ghachgai influence was especially deep, mainly because of their seasonal migration patterns. These nomadic tribes would often set up their tents, their summer camps near Abadeh, bringing their unique, vibrant weaving styles, their symbolic motifs, directly into the orbit of Abadeh's local artisans. It was a direct cultural exchange, not just seeing things from afar.
Right, face-to-face interaction.
And we also see clear influence from designs used by the Fars tribe. That adds yet another layer to this already rich mix. It's this wonderful dialogue between the nomadic and the settled, the bold and the refined.
And what's truly fascinating here is how this blend, instead of, watering down the style or making something messy,
Right, you'd think it might.
it resulted in an incredibly distinctive and appealing synthesis. It really gave Abadeh rugs their unique character. The weavers weren't just throwing random elements together. They seemed to have this innate sense of design grammar, an intuition for how these different visual languages could speak to each other harmoniously. So rather than being merely derivative, this adaptation, driven partly by meeting market demands both in Iran and internationally, it showcases this dynamic evolution of style. It's rooted in practical tradition but flexible enough to innovate.
That makes sense.
It's a real testament to the weaver's artistry that they could take such diverse elements and weave them into this coherent, beautiful whole that stands completely on its own. This adaptability is key. It allowed them to evolve beyond just practical internal use to become highly sought-after items in a wider market. It proves tradition isn't static. It's a living force that can absorb and transform new ideas. That's the hallmark of a truly resilient, evolving craft.
Okay, so from their roots and those fascinating influences that shaped them, let's shift focus now. Let's talk about the visual identity of Abadeh rugs. This is where their unique character really pops, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is what you see.
We can guide you through their distinctive patterns, those vibrant color palettes. You can almost picture these intricate designs coming alive as we talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at an Abadeh rug, certain motifs just immediately stand out. They become almost like a visual shorthand for the region. The classic zil-i-soltan motif is probably the most common, the most instantly recognizable.
Oh, yes, the vase of roses.
Exactly. For those who already appreciate Persian carpets, you'll know it. But what's particularly insightful about it, beyond just seeing the vase, is the sheer discipline of its repetition. It's characterized by this charming vase of roses, but it's not just one isolated vase.
No, it covers the field.
Right. This motif is usually repeated systematically, almost like a carefully planted garden row, right across the entire field of the rug. It completely covers it. And this repetition, it isn't monotonous. It actually conveys this wonderful sense of order, abundance, like a lush, boundless garden. It's visually rich, but also incredibly soothing.
Creates a rhythm.
Yeah, rhythmic flow that draw your eye across the surface, inviting this kind of meditative gaze.
It does.
Then there's that clear, powerful influence from the Ghachgai tribe. You see it in the frequent use of a prominent single diamond shape.
The central diamond, yes. Very tribal.
This diamond often acts as the main decoration motif, displayed proudly right in the center of the rug's field. But what's fascinating is how the rest of the carpet is then meticulously decorated with smaller, intricate geometric designs.
The filler motifs.
Exactly. And these smaller motifs are quite similar to those used by the Fars tribe. It creates this really harmonious balance between a bold, singular central statement and this finely detailed, almost whispered background.
Nice interplay of scale.
Yeah, scale and complexity. A dialogue between tribal robustness and subtle refinement. And these aren't just random fillers, right? They're often abstract takes on natural things. Stars, leaves, maybe stylized figures, each carrying layers of unspoken meaning from the tribal world.
Deep symbolism there.
You'll also spot central medallions sometimes. It's a design element that often makes people think of those renowned, highly formalized Isfahan rugs.
Right, the city influence again?
In Abadeh rugs, these medallions are typically surrounded by a field that's richly filled with stylized floral and geometric motifs. They're not just random decorations, they're carefully chosen, carefully placed to complement that central design, creating a sense of balanced completeness. It really shows the weaver's skill in integrating diverse influences without losing coherence.
Which brings us back to that crucial point. How do these borrowed elements, when you put them together, create something cohesive, pleasing, and distinctively Abadeh?
Yeah, how do they do that?
It's truly remarkable, almost a masterclass in visual synthesis. It speaks to the weaver's innate sense of design, their composition skills, that intuitive grammar of pattern we mentioned. They managed to strike this beautiful dynamic balance between the more rigid, precise geometric patterns, like the bold diamonds, the angular stars from the Ghachgai, and the softer, more organic floral motifs, often adapted from more refined city traditions like Isfahan.
So it's that specific mix.
That unique synthesis is what truly defines their character. It stops them from being just a copycat or a jumble of designs. Instead, they transform these influences into something original, compelling. The elements speak to each other, they don't clash, creating this visual narrative that's both traditional and uniquely Abadeh. It's about careful curation, artistic transformation, not just simple mixing.
Okay, and what about the colors? The vibrancy of the Abadeh color palette is another huge characteristic, right? It immediately grabs your eye, sets them apart.
Oh, definitely. The colors are stunning.
They typically feature this rich, vivid array of hues, often dominated by deep, resonant reds and striking cobalt blue, frequently accented with subtle but impactful hints of ochre.
Classic Persian palette elements.
Yeah, but these intense core colors are chosen, it seems, to be a perfect tonal match for the simplicity and clarity of their designs. It lets the patterns really pop with clarity without being overwhelming.
Good point. The color supports the design.
But the palette isn't just those bold tones, is it? There's a broader range.
Oh, yes. You'll find a wider spectrum of earthy tones, too, like warm, rusty reds, various shades of blue from sky blue to deep navy-rich grounding browns and classic ivory, which often provides this lovely, calming contrast. A navy blue medallion, for instance, is a very common feature. It often acts as this grounding anchor for the whole design, pulling your eye inwards. And to balance those deeper, more saturated shades, you'll see more subtle colors use expertly soft ivory, calming beige, various greens. They add depth, nuance, a gentle complexity to the whole composition, stops any one color from just taking over.
Right. And the secret behind these vibrant colors, their depth and their longevity, that comes down to the dyes, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It lies in the traditional use of natural dyes. And this isn't just an aesthetic choice, it's a real commitment to a time-honored craft.
So not synthetic stuff.
No. These dyes are meticulously derived from plants, roots, minerals, even insects. Think madder root for those deep reds, indigo for blues, pomegranate skins, or walnut husks for different browns and yellows.
Wow.
And the process of preparing these dyes, it's an art and a science. It involves precise fermentation, mordanting using natural fixatives like alum to bond the dye to the wool fiber, and very careful application.
Sounds complicated.
It is. But the beauty of natural dyes is how they interact with light. It's unique, complex. It gives the colors this remarkable richness, almost an iridescent quality, a depth that synthetic dyes just can't match.
Ah.
Plus, they age beautifully. They develop the subtle, luminous patina over time, rather than just fading flatly. This natural evolution of color only enhances the rug's character and its intrinsic value. It truly makes it a living piece of art that stands the test of time.
Okay, finally, let's zone in on the borders. The distinctive border design of Abadeh rugs. The field captures our main attention like the main subject of a painting, but it needs a frame.
The frame is crucial.
And Abadeh rugs have a border design that, while maybe subtle compared to the big field, is just as distinctive. It tells its own story. Characteristic of Abadeh is that their borders are actually relatively small compared to the main field.
Proportionally smaller, yeah.
This deliberate proportion helps keep the focus on those central motifs and patterns, while still providing a strong, defining, elegant edge.
Doesn't overwhelm the center.
Exactly. And their structure is quite specific, adding to their visual appeal. You'll typically see two guards. These are narrow, decorative bands framing a main central band.
The main border band.
Right. And what makes this main band really stand out is that it often has a different background color from the rest of the rug. So it pops visually, draws the eye.
Creates contrast.
Yeah. And within these borders, you find intricate patterns. Often a beautiful mix of floral elements, maybe stylized vines or blossoms, and geometric shapes, like small repeating diamonds or stars. These detailed borders aren't just decoration, they enhance the whole visual appeal, providing this subtle but significant boost to the rug's intricate artistry. It brings the whole composition to a nice harmonious close.
Okay, so we've looked at where they're from, what they look like, the influences.
Right, the what and why.
Now let's transition to the how. Meticulous craftsmanship, the robust materials they choose. These are the foundation of that legendary durability everyone talks about with Abadeh rugs.
This is where we really get why they last so long.
Exactly. Why they're not just beautiful, but also incredibly resilient.
So the core components, what are they actually made of?
It comes down to two main things. High-quality sheep's wool for the pile, and a strong cotton foundation.
Okay, wool and cotton.
The pile, that's the soft surface you touch and walk on, is made from that exceptional quality sheep's wool we talked about earlier.
From the climate, right.
Precisely. That semi-arid climate in the Abadeh region is perfectly suited for sheep farming, providing this excellent quality wool that's paramount for creating a surface that's not only soft but also incredibly durable and resilient. This wool, with its natural crimp and lanolin, is naturally robust, tough, inherently resistant to everyday wear and tear, just ideal for a floor covering.
Makes sense. And the foundation, you said cotton?
Yes, the foundation, that crucial underlying structure giving the rug its shape, stability, integrity, is made from cotton, specifically cotton for both the warps.
The vertical threads on the loom.
Exactly, the strong vertical threads stretch tight that define the length. And cotton for the wefts, The horizontal threads woven tightly across, locking the knots in place, defining the width.
Yeah.
This specific combo, cotton warps and wefts making a cotton foundation, is critical for a couple of reasons. First, cotton is incredibly strong and stable. It doesn't shrink or stretch as much as wool might with humidity changes. That helps the rug keep its shape, stay flat for decades.
Ah, stability.
Second, its smooth, uniform surface provides a consistent base for that precise hand batting. So this robust cotton foundation ensures exceptional strength, longevity. It directly contributes to their considerable durability. They're truly built to last for generations, almost like architectural elements for your floor.
And how they're actually, you mentioned hand knotting.
Yes, absolutely. Abadeh rugs are a profound testament to traditional artistry. They are entirely hand knotted on vertical looms. This isn't mass production, not automated machine.
No factories turning them out.
No. It's labor-intensive, requires immense patience and highly specialized skill passed down through generations. Every single knot is tied by hand.
And the knot itself? Is there a specific type?
Yes, the specific technique used is the Persian knot, also known as the Senna knot. It's a single knot, meticulously tied around one warp thread, then wrapped under the next. It creates an exceptionally dense, secure pile. This method results in a pile that's very tightly packed, very stable, contributes significantly to the rug's renowned durability and its ability to hold intricate detail. It's a very strong, resistant knot, ensures the pile stays put, doesn't easily shed or loosen over time.
Okay, and when we talk about hand knotting, knot density comes up a lot, right? Knots per square inch.
Absolutely. KPSI knots per square inch. It's a key indicator of quality, intricacy, and durability in hand-knotted rugs.
So what's typical for Abadeh?
Well, the sources give us a pretty clear range. Some indicate counts between 130 to 200 kpsi. Another source says they typically range from 150 up to 300 kpsi.
That seems like quite a spread.
It might seem wide, but even at the lower end, say 130, 150, that signifies a very respectable density for a durable, finely crafted rug. Just for context, a really basic hand-knotted rug might be 50, 80 kpsi. A museum-quality piece could go over 1,000.
Wow, okay.
So Abadeh rugs clearly sit firmly in that mid to high-quality range. It indicates substantial quality and labor.
So if we connect this density to the bigger picture, what does that range really mean for the rug?
Well, the significance is profound. That higher knot count, especially towards the 200, 300 kpsi end, allows for incredibly intricate and detailed patterns. They can be rendered with astonishing precision.
Like higher resolution on a screen.
Exactly like that. It's a very similar concept. More knots mean more labor, more precision, and ultimately contribute hugely to the rug's fine craftsmanship and its inherent durability.
How does it affect durability?
A higher knot density not only allows for more elaborate, refined designs, but it also creates a denser, more resilient surface. It resists crushing better, it compacts tightly so dirt doesn't penetrate as easily, and it provides better insulation and sound absorption. This dense construction also just means the rug will last longer. There are simply more fibers there to wear down over time. It truly makes these rugs potential heirlooms that can endure for many decades, even centuries, with proper care. Really showcases the immense skill and dedication involved. They're built to be walked on, lived with, and passed down.
It's interesting, though, despite this high quality, the sources say there aren't really specific famous weavers or workshops from Abadeh, unlike other places where you have famous names.
That's right. Unlike, say, Isfahan, where you have master weavers like Haji Reshtian or families like the Serafians who are celebrated by name. For Abadeh, it seems the town itself is renowned for its skilled artisans as a collective.
So it's the town's reputation.
Exactly. Renowned for the overall high, consistent quality of its rugs. It feels more like a community effort, where the standard is kept high by many hands working towards this shared vision of excellence.
That collective legacy, that's quite powerful, isn't it? It sets Abadeh apart.
It really does. Abadeh's reputation as this hub for exceptional rug craftsmanship has grown steadily over the years. Not because of one-star individual, but because of the consistent, reliable quality produced by its weavers as a whole. This consistency, this shared commitment to excellence across generations of artisans, that's what has made their rugs so highly sought after by collectors, by enthusiasts. It's a testament to a communal dedication to rigorous standards. It ensures that any rug bearing the Abadeh name carries this implicit promise of enduring beauty and exceptional quality. It's like a collective brand, built on shared skill and pride. #Ghachgai, value, investment, and the pursuit of knowledge.
Okay, as we start to wrap up this deep dive, let's
Yeah.
turn our focus to why Abadeh rugs are so valued in the market. And also, how someone listening might pursue deeper knowledge, connecting you, our listener, to this fascinating world of expert connoisseurship.
Right. It's not just about what they are, but what they mean in the bigger picture, art, heritage, even investment.
Firstly, just straight up, Abadeh rugs are considered good purchases.
Generally, yes.
And that's not just because they look nice. It's because of their intrinsic qualities. They aren't just decorative items, they can be sound investments.
It's a key point.
They apparently retain their value to a reasonably high degree, which is a big factor if you're thinking about buying something like this. Unlike, mass-produced stuff that depreciates fast, a well-made, hand-knotted rug like an Abadeh can hold its value, sometimes even increase, especially if you look after it.
With care, yes.
And the reasons they get recommended are pretty clear and compelling. It's this powerful combination. The pleasing simplicity of their decoration, combined with their great wearing qualities.
Beauty and durability.
Exactly. It's not some fleeting trend. It's an enduring blend. They are built to be lived with, enjoyed for a really long time, continuing to offer both aesthetic pleasure and practical value for decades. Their designs feel timeless. They appeal to both traditional and modern tastes, which helps ensure they stay relevant and desirable for generations.
And the real breakthrough insight here, I think, is that the true value of an Abadeh rug, or really any fine carpet, goes so much deeper than just its surface appearance.
How so?
Well, when you really delve into it, when you understand its historical significance, how it connects to a specific place, a specific time, its weaving lineage.
Right.
When you understand the intricate hand-knotting techniques we've been talking about, its potential as an investment, its overall quality, your appreciation just intensifies dramatically.
Oh yeah.
It's like, listening to a classical symphony versus listening and understanding the composer's life, the history, the specific instruments, the conductor's choices. The experience becomes infinitely richer, more profound.
That's a great analogy.
This deeper understanding truly lets you appreciate the real value, the profound beauty of Abadeh's masterpieces. They transform from just decorative items into tangible pieces of art, history, cultural narrative. It's an investment not just in a beautiful object, but in knowledge and cultural understanding that genuinely enriches your life.
So, for listeners who are now intrigued and maybe want to pursue this deeper learning or perhaps even see these pieces firsthand, where can they go? Are there real-world experts?
Oh, absolutely. There are experts who embody this pursuit of knowledge and appreciation. A fantastic example mentioned in our sources is Babak's Oriental Carpets in Victoria, BC, Canada.
Okay, in Canada.
Yes. This showroom opened way back in August 1994, and it sounds like a tangible place where this kind of expertise and appreciation really flourishes. More than just a shop, it's presented as a hub for education and connoisseurship.
And it's a family business, right? Multi-generational?
Exactly, it's a legacy. Dr. Hushang Rezwani, the father, apparently built an honorable reputation over 35 years in the carpet business in Graz, Austria. Started his own venture way back in 1959.
Wow, long time.
Yeah. He meticulously built this unique, exclusive selection of Persian and Oriental carpets. And through his dedication, he cultivated this honorable reputation based on deep knowledge, uncompromising quality. He brought a wealth of knowledge and valuable experience in this very specialized field, really laying the groundwork.
And his son, Babak, runs a Victoria store now.
That's right. Babak Rezwani is the current owner-operator, and he's literally been immersed in the carpet business his entire life. Grew up surrounded by these incredible textiles and their stories.
So he really knows his stuff.
It certainly sounds like it. This lifelong exposure means he possesses apparently a truly vast knowledge of most carpets from around the world, but with a special focus on carpets from Persia. And importantly, Babak is described as deeply dedicated to the ongoing study of Oriental carpets. He's not just selling, he's a scholar of them. And the sources say he's always genuinely pleased to share his knowledge, whether you're interested in the history, the knotting techniques, the investment value, the overall quality. He understands that an informed customer is an appreciative one.
That commitment to knowledge really makes a difference, doesn't it?
It absolutely distinguishes a place like Babak's. For someone looking to start their own journey into understanding rugs or just wanting to make a really informed purchase, engaging with experts like this is invaluable.
They don't just sell you something.
Exactly. They educate you. They can explain why a certain knot count matters for a specific design or how those natural dyes might mature over decades. When you're considering an investment like this, you should always ask about the provenance. Where is it from? Who made it? How old is it? Ask about the materials, the specific knotting technique.
Good advice.
A truly knowledgeable expert will give you transparent answers and be eager to share the story behind each piece. And the services offered by a place like Baubox really reflect this holistic approach. They provide detailed information sheets on all carpets, transparency, understanding. They offer professional appraisals, expert repair, and cleaning to maintain your investment's longevity.
Oh, repair and cleaning is key.
Crucial. You can even trade in or sell carpets there, which shows their confidence in the lasting value. They offer worldwide shipping, free domestic shipping over a certain amount, free local delivery with some limits, and they even offer trials at no obligation, let you see the rug in your own space, make sure it really works for you.
That's great service.
All backed by knowledgeable professional staff. It really positions them as the central hub for acquiring, appreciating, and preserving these incredible works of art. It's a chance to connect with a living tradition. #tag outro.
Wow. What an incredible journey we've taken today, digging into the world of Abadeh rugs. Really, from their unique origins, sitting strategically between those ancient cultural powerhouses that fed them diverse influences,
Right.
to their distinctive blended designs, fusing that tribal boldness with urban elegance. And finally, understanding their enduring durability born from meticulous craftsmanship, strong materials, and their status as a sound, beautiful investment. We've really, I think, uncovered the joy of discovery in what might seem like just a simple object.
Absolutely. And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, the story of Abadeh rugs reinforces this powerful idea that goes way beyond textiles. True craftsmanship doesn't really have an age limit.
Good point.
Even a relatively new tradition, one that emerged just decades ago in its distinct form, can stand shoulder to shoulder with ancient, revered ones. It earns its place through sheer quality and artistic merit. It's a testament to adaptability, skill, and that willingness to blend influences into something new, yet deeply rooted in consistent high standards.
Yeah.
And understanding this encourages you, hopefully, to consider how appreciating the specific nuanced story of Abadeh rugs can inform your appreciation of any craft, any discipline that manages to adapt and evolve while still holding on to high standards of quality. It's like a blueprint for enduring excellence and innovation within tradition.
So what does all this mean for you listening right now? Well, we hope this deep dive encourages you to maybe look at the objects around you, everyday things, extraordinary things, with a fresh perspective. Question their origins. Consider the countless influences that might have shaped them. Think about the incredible stories of skill, adaptation, maybe even surprising recency that are woven right into their fabric. What other seemingly simple items in your life might hold a deep, fascinating history, just waiting for you to discover if you, well, dig a little deeper?
Good thought.
Until next time, keep digging deeper.